What's up? What's up? What's up? How's it going, everybody? It's your boy JJ back with more randomness. Thank you all that's here so far. Got Commander Ty in the chat. What's going on, man? Good to see you. The Austinator. What's up, my little brother? How you doing? And Dandelion Fluff. I ain't seen you in a while, darling. I hope you're doing well. I know you're working hard, but it's great to see you. Thank you for showing up. I'm doing things a little bit differently tonight. A randomness, call it a randomness interview. I might do one of these every once in a while. It's something new I'm trying out, but I met this gentleman the other night over on another live stream. He's like, dude, I want to talk Star Wars. And I'm like, yes, I need that. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome Tim Possible. How you doing, bro?
How's it going? I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me on.
Doing wonderful. Man, it's my pleasure, dude. My pleasure. Let's do this so people know who you are. There we go. Yeah, man. I love having a good Star Wars conversation. I always have. Shame is, with Disney doing what they're doing, it's very hard to have a good conversation. But still, we try to have them, and they're far and few between. It's all Marvel and other stuff. And oh, look, how bad is Star Wars fucking up? It happens, but we can't forget the OT and the sequel. I mean, the OT and the prequels and Clone Wars and Rebels. We can't just forget about all the good stuff we've gotten. Shockingly enough, The Mandalorian. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of entertainment. There's no such thing as perfect entertainment. TV, movies, music, even though we may not see the mistakes still do happen. There's nothing perfect about it. But people drag it out like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. And, I try to be a little bit more positive about it. And when he gets home, another friend of mine, his name's Tommy, and the Guinea Pig Collective, he was doing a show every Monday night called Retro Discussion. Anything from the 60s up to the early 2000s, late 90s, movies, music, TV, games, books, toys, when shit was still good, and when he comes back, he goes, man, I got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm like, I bet you do. But anyway, that's going to be at another time over on Tommy's channel. But right now, I want to thank you, Tim, for joining me tonight, man, because like I said, I don't get many people to talk about it.
No problem. Thank you.
I want to ask you my first question. I want to ask you, as a Star Wars fan, what brought you to it? What got you into it?
I remember sitting there with my mom, and my mom's always been into cinema, and she used to be like into plays and all that back in the day. So she was always had the acting bug, and she used to stay up late at night, eat popcorn. I used to stay up with her and watch movies, and me and my brother would too. And then my dad would be sound asleep, having to get up in the morning, right? Because he's just worn out. And so my mom was always a night bug, and I remember her turning on Star Wars, and I was like, "What is this?" And I didn't even understand what was going on at first. And I remember like seeing like Luke Skywalker and him losing in his hand and all that, fighting against Darth Vader. And it wasn't until later on that I found out like, that's his father. And I was like, what is going on with this? And
that was a big shocker.
Oh yeah. It was crazy. And then like, just like the, Yoda, the Yoda character, and like I'm big into like the martial arts type stuff and samurai type stuff. So there's elements in that, and kind of like the old school sword and sandals, or the knights, like the like King Arthur type stuff.
Yeah. You're talking like that, and I'm going to go ahead and let some garbage slip from my end. I'm right now in the middle of watching Game of Thrones. For the first time.
Oh.
For the first time, yes. I've been, I've heard all this crap about season 7 and season 8. I heard all the negative stuff about it. And I'm like, yeah, I might get to it one day. But when I saw it, the first episode, I'm like, Okay, let's see where this goes. Um, and I'm enjoying it right now because quite a few years ago, Stars did this one called Spartacus,
Oh, I've seen
and
that.
it was similar. Okay, a lot of the arenas and the gladiators and stuff like that, and I just fell in love with the storyline of it. And with this, my lady, my grace, Lord, I'm like, I'm getting into all this for the first time, dude, and I'm prepared to be disappointed by the end of it, but I'm gonna give it an objective opinion about it. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh
Continue,
no,
continue,
it's fine.
please.
No, just to comment real quick on it. It's worth watching. Like it's real good. I mean, even despite the last two seasons, it's still worth watching. Like the whole thing, yeah, it's incredible. And they're like how they speak, the Lannisters and
Yep.
Milesi and all that. I love it. And they're like always drinking like dirty wine and all that. I love that type of stuff. I like movies like Maximus. So I
It's
think
like
where my
fuck the water, man. Just give me some wine.
yeah,
Everybody's drinking wine. I'm like, damn, there's some drunk motherfuckers going on.
I know,
Um,
right? But no,
Great to see
like,
you, Bone. Sorry.
but oh, that's
Got
fine.
Bone in the chat.
Hell,
Great to see
bone.
you, bro. Good to see you, man. He always comes around. He's a good supporter of the surrounding channels, man. Thanks for being here. Sorry about that. Please continue.
So that all of that stuff, like I'm a big Gladiator fan. It's one of my favorite movies of all time with Russell Crowe, and I think all of that kind of played into that. Well, I know that movie didn't come out till later, but I've always been fascinated by the Greek god type mythology, or just like the sword and sandals, and taste my blade or whatever. And so I
Right.
saw elements of that in this, and so that's what made me fall in love with Star Wars, because that was like amplified by 100, because the lore of Star Wars is so great, because of the fandom, or just like that universe building is awesome, and
Mm-hmm.
a galaxy far, far and away, and you have cool characters like Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Darth Vader. That iconic
Yeah,
voice by James Earl Jones, and it's just
Tim.
so cool and futuristic.
Tim, I saw Star Wars Episode 4 when I was 4 years old. Okay, this is how far back I'm going. Okay, and it wasn't called A New Hope. It was just Star Wars. Okay, I was 4 years old. I'm gonna tell you what, that movie blew a 4-year-old's mind. Okay, Vader alone. That's what look at the background, man. It's fucking Palpatine. You know, look at my avatar. You know,
That
the
is
dark
cool.
side of everything, man. I was like, that's what was intriguing to me because I understood what being a Jedi was.
That way.
I derive, look at my name, for God's sake, Sith Lord. I gravitate to the dark side when it comes to the Sith because that story is not complete. Let's hear more about the Sith.
Yeah.
We can describe a Jedi all day long. Real simple. Not all Sith are the same.
That's true.
You know.
Sith are complex. I've done a little bit of research about like some of the books and stuff. I used to watch like channels that would just talk about the old school stuff, and then
Mm-hmm.
like was it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't all the Sith Lord, like when it all started out like hundreds of years ago before whatever we saw, that they were all just one group, and what happened is they split off, right, to Jedi, and then you had the Sith group, and then that's kind of how it like developed, right? Because they're all together and they
Well,
split off into
well,
two
what
groups.
happened was, in all actuality, some of the Jedi were starting to break from the Order, so to speak, and wanting to learn more that the Jedi Order did not teach or it was forbidden. And these were split off from the group and sent away. Okay, during their travels, they landed on a few other worlds, but they ended up on Korriban, no, which was at the time Korriban. Now it's Moraband, but that's where they land, and they find the creatures of the actual species, the Sith. And the most powerful one of the Jedi that landed there got in a fight with the leader, their leader. And he had his lightsaber and he just basically ripped him in half. Then, at that point, he was known as a Lord of the Sith. Okay. That's how that started. Until the Sith species was extinct.
Gotcha.
Because you don't hear about them, you don't see them no more. You see them in the Old Republic. You remember the trailers they put out, the cinematic shit? One of them had a Sith in it. And you can tell they're red. They got basically like dreads hanging off their lips, but they're extinct.
Wow. Yeah, that would be awesome to explore it and almost put like a Game of Thrones-esque on it, because I played SWTOR or whatever. I started playing that like a couple months ago, and Darth Revan's story was really cool. And there was a little bit of political aspect in the storyline that I'm in right now, because I'm working for a Sith Lord or whatever. I chose Sith Lord, but it's cool. You get to make choices, but everyone's always trying to one up each other, and it is very Game of Thrones-esque, right? It's always about getting power, having people secretly working for you, and making these secret little pacts or whatever.
Yeah. Imagine what it was like before the Rule of Two.
Ooh, yeah.
It was a slaughterhouse because everybody was fighting everybody, because you kill your master, you become the master, and everybody was into it. After Darth Bane instituted the Rule of Two, that was still the thing, but the apprentice was always trying to overpower the master. And of course, when that happens, he becomes the new lord, and he has to find an apprentice. That's the way that things work. Now, I know it may sound a little boring, a little mundane, but you don't know what these guys go through, what each of them go through. The dude, whoever's the master at the time, what the hell they'd have to go through to get to where they're at. But now, what are they going to put their apprentice through to get to where they're going to be? How will they teach? And I want to see that story. I want to see that evolution. But I doubt they would, because it's too dark.
Yeah. And the thing is, they could make the Sith Lord guy kind of conflicted. Like the lust for power takes over his decision. Like, he'll have good moments or whatever where, his heart grew one size bigger, but then it grows two sizes smaller because of the power. He still wants that power, right? So, like, I think they could do something really cool with that. What's he saying?
I want to say, what's up, Anzo? Thank you for popping in, man. It's always a pleasure to see you, brother. Chris, I know you're working your ass off. Thank you for coming in, brother. Just when you get done, man, try to relax. Forget about everything and try to relax. All right. Yeah, he said in his previous comment, that's why the Rule of Two was instituted. My idea of a Jedi/Sith television series. That's a great idea. I'd watch it like that. It don't matter. I'm hoping that's what this acolyte we're going to get is like, because it's in bright red, and they done said it's about a Sith or the Sith. I want to see what they offer. I want to see what kind of story they're going to tell. My next question. Everybody has their own ideas, what they like or dislike or didn't like. As far as what we've been given since 1977, what's your favorite Star Wars? What when you want to watch Star Wars, what do you gravitate towards the most? Was it prequel, OT, sequel? What was your jam? What do you want to watch?
I am going to watch, definitely the original trilogy. I'd probably skip A New Hope. I like The New Hope, but what is it? Return. Well, Return of the Jedi, I think, is my overall favorite, but The Empire Strikes Back, I would watch that first, and then
Of
watch
course.
then watch Return of the Jedi. That's how I would do it. And then if I was going to watch on the prequel trilogy, I would watch. I would skip the one with the pod racing, and I would watch the two other ones. Maybe even skip the second one, but I would watch Anakin, become, a Sith. But I mean, Darth Maul was cool. I just don't like how they made him like a villain of the week character. I felt like they should not have killed him off. I know they later retconned that in the Rebel and Rebel and the Clone War thing. But I do like what they did. I do like what they did with giving him a little bit more to him, right? Like more of a character build with like the Night Sisters. I loved what they did with Darth Maul in those series, despite it retconning, hurting the canon some. But I did like that, and I just felt like in the series they should not have killed Darth Maul off the first. He should have died in maybe the second one by Count Dooku. Maybe they had a conflict, and so that that was my big qualm with that, because Darth Maul was everyone likes the look and dynamic and the double-bladed lightsaber. When we first saw that, everyone was like, "Oh, dang," and so it was cool. But that's how I watched it. And,
I was all about that lightsaber.
Yeah, it was
I
awesome.
loved it. I loved it. Yeah.
And then don't get me wrong, I do I like the Rebels and I like the Clone Wars or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, and I like the Mandalorian. There's some really good points, and I don't think the Mandalorian was absolutely incredible, but I still liked it. I still liked it. It had some really good episodes.
I'm gonna say this, and everybody in the chat, I know if you ain't here, you don't think at least a little bit of me. I want to appreciate everybody in the chat. We got Austinator, already mentioned him. Games, Mario, and Comics Are Us. What's up, Games? I'm glad to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Bone says this: I'm done with Disney Star Wars. I'm not watching anything else until they fire KK or bring back Gina. And I agree with that. But this is where I guess the hate's going to start flowing for me. I like it all. Okay. And people ask me why, with the sequel trilogy, the main reason why I liked it. Now, it may not have been story-esque correct, but they were beautiful movies. They did them well. Okay. They looked gorgeous. Yeah. All the special effects and everything, And I had a chance to see a Star Wars movie in a theater. Okay, you cannot beat the theater experience. And that's what drives me to these movies, man, because I know what the music's going to be like. John Williams is a fucking beast when it comes to it. I know that it's going to look good, with the special effects and CGI and stuff. But, and it's Star Wars. But I get it, Disney's not Star Wars. But you know what I'm saying? At X-Wings, the Falcon, you seen TIE Fighters, it was Star Wars. Mm-hmm. Standalone films, it would have been great films. Not trying to tie it into a story.
Yeah.
But I liked them, okay? But they're not great films. They have their problems. I agree with that. But it's Star Wars nonetheless. I just love the franchise. Real quick, let's see. Oscillator. Let's see what he has to say. A lot of the blame should go to KK and Lucasfilm Disney. What the fuck? I got bad eyesight too. Should have a percentage of blame, but they were basically the publisher. I agree with that. KK needs to take some responsibility for this shit.
Yeah. I mean,
You
she's
know,
like the president of the United States, pretty much, of like Disney, right? All the blame goes on to her. I mean,
mm-hmm.
yeah, there are other people that are involved, but you know that's just how it is. When you're a boss of a company, it all falls on the boss if something goes wrong.
Right.
But um,
But yeah, I'm right on with you, bro. I really am. Except my number one's a little bit different. Um, I loved Revenge of the Sith. Okay, seeing the final fall of Anakin, I love seeing that. They say it was too long. I thought the Obi-Wan and Anakin fight was epic. I
I
loved
liked
it.
it.
Yeah, they did it well. Um, and then my second is Empire Strikes Back. You know, before the prequels, Empire was my favorite. Uh, Now it's my second favorite. You know, whenever I want to watch Star Wars, it's one of them too. Oh shit, my local Australian. What's up, generation? How you doing?
How's it going?
Yeah, I know that. Could you do me a favor and turn your camera off for a minute?
Let me see. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You're right, generation. It's good to see you, bro. Uh, yeah, I noticed that the other night when I met him. It's like, dude, you look like, is that you in your avatar? Because
Yeah. That's me.
mine's the same thing. Because it's me in Palpatine's cloak. Thanks to LDG Pixels or Geeks Enjoy Neurotica or Geeks Enjoy It or Geeks Enjoy, and he's making up all kinds of different accounts. But anyway, when I say Pickles, you know what I'm talking about. He took a picture of me and overlaid it into Palpatine's cloak. There's an actual picture of me, because this is where I got it from, of me sitting on the throne with two Imperial guards beside me, one on each side.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a picture of it. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah.
While I'm looking for it, oh my god. My Southern came out. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
So my next question, and you kind of mentioned it, but I want you to go more in detail. You know, everybody's got their heroes, they got their villains. You know, everybody has their favorites. What's some of your favorites, man? You like Boba Fett? You like Lando? You know, who's some of your favorite characters?
Well, I'll say it with a line, and you'll know instantly. Hello there.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yep. Hello there. I love that.
Yeah. Hello there.
Yeah. No, like what I liked about it, like the original actor in the original trilogy did a good job, and then I liked he had like a nuance to him. And then when correct me if I'm wrong, Ian McKellen, is that who played him in the? Okay, so I really like
played who?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
The first Obi-Wan Kenobi was Sir Alec Guinness.
Sir Alec Guinness. I liked him, and then I liked when Ian McKellen played him in the sequel trilogy, and he was like the best character to me in that trilogy. And what I appreciated about it was this, because they mentioned the fact that in Obi-Wan's younger years, he was a little bit more risky, like Anakin. So I really liked that, how at that point he was like he wasn't old, but he wasn't young, and he wasn't too far away from being younger to relate with Anakin, because he was like an older brother to Anakin. He's like, Anakin, you're my brother or whatever. So I really liked what they did with that. You know, I know it's sacrilegious. Everyone's like, Kylo Ren's not your favorite character because you look like him. I was like, no.
Dude, if you had the outfit and the saber, man, you have him nailed.
Dude, I'm doing it. I'm doing it on TikTok. Like I got fans on there like that hit me up or whatever and message me and stuff on there, like Raylo fans. So, but no, I'll do it. I'll do it. Maybe I'll come on here or do a cameo and pop in or something.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I got that picture up. Hang on real quick.
Oh yeah.
All right. Now, the basics behind this picture is my certificate. Chris Knight, the Real Review 3000, does a weekly game show called the Weekly Rumble. And what it is 10 questions with a certain amount of time. He's got a wheel that he uses, anywhere from 1 minute to 5 minutes. And I won a game, and we got certificates for it. That's what this is. And this is between Chris Knight and LDG Pixels that came up with this picture.
That is awesome. That's legit. I came, I spun, I rumbled. I kicked their butt. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, like that's the whole picture.
That's cool. Sith Lord.
Yep.
So do you actually own a rope? Do you own a rope like that?
No.
Or?
No. Can't say that I do. Wish I did, but well, Generation Man, I know the feeling. I ain't got no teeth myself, but I know the feeling, the pain you're going through. Hope you get better, man. Hope things are going all right.
Yeah. Everyone hates going to the dentist. I absolutely hate going to the dentist.
Commodore Ty asked, "What do you think of the Bad Batch?" I haven't seen it yet, so
I liked it.
But I know the basics, the basis of the story so far, but I haven't seen it yet.
Look, I'll like, without spoiling it, because Sith Lord hasn't seen it. I liked it overall. I know it. I know people's major criticisms are, Disney is constantly shrinking or destroying the canon universe or whatever. But if you look past that, I liked it because it was a newer idea, and so I'm on board with it thus far. I did like what they're doing. I do like what they're doing.
Okay, all right,
yeah,
cool.
The action was really was good in it, and it feels like a continuation on from like Clone Wars and all that. And I like what they're doing with a certain point of time based on what happened. I think it was really cool. Not to spoil it, like anyone that's watched it knows what I'm talking about. So,
yeah, I'm gonna watch it probably tonight, either tonight or tomorrow night, because I got a show coming up Sunday, doing a Bad Batch roundtable Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on my channel and simulcast over on Chaos Central's channel. It's going to be my first roundtable, so I'm excited to get into it. Let's see. There you go. Ostrander says Obi-Wan was my character. He goes through a lot as the series progresses, and I agree. He's a great character. Let's see. What? Oh, okay. Dandelion Fluff. I came up with I spun, I rumbled. Because she helped him come up with an idea for the certificates. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it, Dandelion. The Bad Batch is on Disney Plus. The first episode dropped Tuesday night. And the man, the myth himself, my friend, my brother, Tommy. What's up, my friend? Great, you come in.
Hello there.
Yeah, man. You better watch out, though. He'll nibble your toes off. Let's see, who else? Wait a minute. Where did... And this guy here, this guy here, LDG at Geeks Enjoy. This is the gentleman I was talking about. He's our tech geek. He does a lot of shit for us on Chaos Central and for other people. Got to check his work out, man, because I'm serious. It'll blow your mind. He's made some intros that will blow your mind. Um, great guy, great guy. Thank you for coming in, LDG. Good to see you. There we go. That's what. Guy Scar, what's going on? Basco scenario. He's another part of the Chaos team. What's up, bro? Thank you for coming in. Uh, Comments keep jumping.
I know, right?
Like, slow the fuck down. Let's see. Okay. Going off what I was asking you about characters. What's your favorite weaponry? What do you prefer?
Definitely a lightsaber. I do think it was a cool concept from Ezra character with the lightsaber and the gun or whatever.
Right.
That was cool because it's something new. But I really like my favorite lightsaber. I've seen I've seen a lot of stuff on TikTok, but they got this new double blade lightsaber that has like a circle around it. It has a guard around it, and I think it's really tactical.
Oh, you mean the Inquisitor saber?
Yes, that's dope. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I like that saber.
Yeah. That's not. At first, I thought it was a dumb design because of that one or two Darth Maul episodes at the temple. You know, they're using this shit like fucking helicopters, and I'm like, that'll work. No. No, you realize how fast that thing I have to spin to be able to do that?
Yeah, but no, I know Kylo. I do like Kylo Ren's sword. Like, what I think they should do is make like in like old school sword and sandal days, they had what was called a long sword, right? Like really huge. So I would like to see them do that, like make a sword that is bigger or whatever and more dense, because that's more power and weight.
Now I doubt it's Disney canon now, but after episode 1, they were talking about that scene where you see Qui-Gon melting through the door. Okay, some Jedi, not all of them, some Jedi, when they constructed their sabers, you see sabers, man, they got little knobs and shit all over them. It's not just the ignite button. And I'm gonna go with, which one is it? Vader's saber. You know, it looks like it has other controls on it. Well, Qui-Gon had the ability to change the length of his blade and the intensity of his blade. That's why he was melting through it, because as he was doing it, he was, lengthening the blade and giving it more power. And, that was then. I don't know about now, but some Jedi constructed their sabers that way, because you can do it, because look at Ahsoka. One of her sabers is shorter.
Yeah, I honestly, like I do, like I talked with you earlier, I do martial arts type stuff with the Eskrima sticks or whatever, Kali, you can call those or whatever too, right. Like kind of like Nightwing. So maybe I would have 2 sabers or whatever, but I really do like the bigger long sword or whatever, like the old school, sword and sandal days.
What about because you see it in one of the Old Republic trailers, the one where the mom is trying to save the daughter. Her saber comes out like a full-length blade, but her hilt is fucking long as hell, like a mini staff.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
She works the hell out of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. What is that made out of? That Beskar material?
I have no clue. All I know is when I saw that shit and noticed how long her hilt was, I'm like, interesting design.
Yeah,
very interesting. I loved it. I got a friend of mine, another friend of mine. His name's Tim Christ, and he does a lot of Gundam and stuff like that. He's also made a few sabers. He's working on one now. It's like a staff, and it's going to be a crossguard blade.
Oh,
And
nice.
so far, it's looking good. So far, it's looking real good. I can't wait till he finishes it because this shit's looking tight right now.
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of Dooku saber. I like that curved hilt.
Yeah.
You know, I even like Asajj Ventress's, and then not because they connect either, just because it's a twin saber setup. I'd probably design the hilts a little bit differently, but still same design. They got that curved hilt on it, and it just makes them look beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
But anyway, please continue.
What were what were we talking about? We were talking about
Weaponry.
Okay. Oh, weaponry. All right. So I didn't know if we were going back to the movies or what, but like weaponry.
Oh no. It's all movie and TV show related.
Okay. So I use a bow staff as well. That's probably why I was like alluding to like the Darth Maul type stuff and like the hilt, whatever, so your hand don't get cut off. But like, no, like I like it makes sense for them to like, evolve because people specialize. Look at Bruce Lee, right? He plays ping pong with freaking nunchucks or whatever. Not saying they should have nunchuck lightsabers. Like, that would be, kind of ridiculous, right? And they'd probably just kill himself instantly. And but it makes sense for people to have their own kind of style, and if it's practical, I'll buy it.
Right.
But what I want to see, especially if they go back in time, if they went back in time, like before, like when the Sith are originating, with Darth Revan wears armor, right? So why are none of these current Jedi wearing armor? And especially, I know Beskar, or however you say it, is rare, but you think if you're a Jedi or a Sith, you could find some, or use your power to find some.
Revan was a warrior, so was Malik.
Yeah.
They were sent off to basically like Attack of the Clones. The Jedi led the forces. They went to war with the Mandalorians. Okay, and Revan wrecked shop. That's why he had armor on. Okay, he wrecked shop.
Yeah.
Now in the end, and Malik's jaw got blown off or something like that. That's why he's got that metal thing around his face. But that war corrupted them. All the killing, all the anger, the fighting, it turned them. It's quite easy. Yoda says it in The Empire Strikes Back. Because Luke asks, is the dark side stronger? He goes, no, it's more easier. Seductive. Quick. Being a Jedi is something completely different. It's easy to become dark. Look at it in real life. It's so easy to get mad. It's so easy to want to get even. People are doing it today, and it's the quickest, easiest route, but it's never always the best route.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the Sith, they don't think about the long-term consequences. The Jedi think about the long-term consequences. It's more of those things. Like the Sith just feeds into the anger, right?
They're more impulsive.
Yes, more impulsive. But yeah, really good points on that, and like the armor and why they both turn and stuff like that. It's just like I would like if they move forward with the storyline or move back, I want to see more of like Jedi or Sith with the armor, because it seems like you don't go into war like look at a military person. They don't go to war without like some type of bulletproof vest on or something. So you think they would have some armor, right? And
Yeah.
they're fast enough anyways to like tap into like force speed or whatever they're using, and
Right.
so that I would like to see them integrate more of that into it instead of just wearing a robe. I know the robe looks, is iconic and stuff, but if they're moving forward, you got to integrate it, especially with the Mandalorian and the Beskar. I can't even say it. The armor is really important for the Mandalorian, and not even a lightsaber can cut in it, right? And you have that scene
Right.
with the magistrate fighting Ahsoka Tano, and she's holding her own. But I think Ahsoka Tano in that scene wasn't using her force abilities. Maybe she was just kind of like just battling.
She needed her alive.
Yeah. The cool
because
thing
she's,
is,
as she asked, she's looking for Thrawn.
yeah. The cool thing is that's Bruce Lee's goddaughter. I met her at a martial arts convention, Dinah Lee and Santo. I took a picture with her.
Rosario Dawson?
No, not Rosario Dawson. The lady that played the magistrate, Diana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it was in like episode 7 in season 2.
Yeah. I didn't know who she was. That was a new face to me, man. But when I figured out who the guy was, I said, "Holy shit, that's Kyle Reese." I didn't even recognize him. Michael Biehn. Yeah. I didn't even recognize him until after he done got killed. I'm like, the fuck? I had to rewind it and look again. I'm like, holy shit. Now, Captain Trek, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. And hello, Rosetta. It's good to see you, darling. I hope you're well. Thank you for popping in. I'm always happy for all my viewers. I appreciate all of you. And Tim, thank you. I want to thank you for coming on again, man, because I appreciate you wanting to spend some time with me on this.
Oh, thank you. It's been fun so far.
Now, let me ask you this: are you a gamer?
Yes, I do game.
You got any favorite Star Wars games?
The Force Unleashed. Force Unleashed 1 and 2, by far my favorite Star Wars games.
They're great games. I love them.
Oh, yeah. The story is so cool. And, because you really don't know what's going to happen. And I just like how powerful Starkiller is. And, yeah, I just loved it. They need to integrate some of that gameplay with Fallen Order. I played Fallen Order, when it first came out and beat it and all that. I thought it was fun. Yeah, I thought it was a really cool game. I like what they're going. I know they're going to make a second one, and there's talks of introducing what's his face, Darth Maul into it, and I think that's going to be awesome because he has a relationship. I can't remember his name. The redhead dude or whatever, the main character in the game. Is it Cal
Kestis? Cal Kestis.
Okay, so he ends up becoming allies with the Night Sisters, and then Darth Maul has a history with the Night Sisters. But I thought I read an article or heard something a while back. They did announce they're going to make a second one, and maybe Darth Maul is going to make an appearance in there, which I think could be really cool. But no, my favorite games by far are the Force Unleashed games. I own Battlefront 1 and 2. Battlefront 2 was a lot better than Battlefront 1. I didn't like Battlefront 1 at all.
You talking about the new ones?
Yeah, let me pull it right here. See, I got Battlefront 2. I haven't played it in a while.
That's the new ones because back on the OG Xbox, man, they had Battlefront and Battlefront 2 there. And they're not necessarily the best games in the world, but they're surely worth a play. So you have an Xbox. You're an Xbox gamer, or both.
I'm PlayStation, and then I'll do some PC stuff. But I played Battlefront a little bit because my buddy had Xbox, and I used to play Halo with him as well. Right. Halo was big back in the day. But
yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was huge, way huge back in the day. But Yeah, Fallen Order's decent. They have the new game, Monster Hunter's coming out for Star Wars. I'm not sure when it's coming out. And then I didn't.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, it's called Monster Hunters, or it's called, it might be called Hunters. It might be called Hunters. It looks like it's going to be
might be a bounty hunter game.
Well, no, it's an arena type game. It looks like it's going to be like Fortnite, because you can choose like a Wookiee, Mandalorian, Jedi, and whatever else. The graphics don't look really good on it, but it's called I think it's called Hunters, but it's an arena game. They haven't showed us much. They had a teaser trailer for it like 2 months ago. So I don't know what else is going on with it. But yeah, so yeah.
Sounds like another battle royale game, man. I can't stand them things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Give me team deathmatch, something simple. You know, I can't stand this fucking arena. This fucking 100 players versus 100 players and shit. I played PUBG. I played the Call of Duty version of it, and I just don't like them. God, I suck at them.
I suck at those games too. Not to be, I do. Call of Duty, I get owned bad. Like Fortnite, I suck really bad. Yeah, I like more.
I hate Fortnite.
Yeah, I like the open world games like God of War, Batman, any of the Arkham games. Stuff like more so stuff like that. I liked the first Spider-Man game that came out on PS4. I liked even Tomb Raider. The newer Tomb Raider that came out was pretty fun. Horizon Zero Dawn was really fun. But the first-person shooters, I'm not very good. And I like Mortal Kombat and all that too.
See, I'm an old school Call of Duty get player. And I got to the point I loved it, man. It's like every night, me and the guys hook up. We're gonna go kill some fools. Now I feel like an old man. My reflexes are gone. I'm not as quick as I used to be. I'm getting my ass kicked, but I don't care. I'm out there. To me, it's a safe way to relieve tension.
Yeah.
I love playing. I love playing Battlefront 2, heroes versus villains, and it's interesting, you know. But I'm an Xbox gamer, so I play a little bit of everything old school. You know, Knights of the Old Republic, Jedi, Starfighter. Yeah, I like them all. I got a fucking stack this fucking tall of PC games, old school PC games. I love this shit, but I love to fly. I got that X-Wing Squadrons, and it's a. If you've ever seen the original, not Windows 95/98 X-Wing or TIE Fighter, that's what this is. But they've redone it basically. You still have to move your power from where you need it. Your weapons, you know, you have ammo. You know, you got to worry about how you use it. It's only first person, and there's no easy flight controls. You got to know how to fly. And I love this game. Nobody I know that plays it. Oh, I didn't like it. Oh, I didn't like it. I love this motherfucker. I miss it. I wish they remake a few of them and bring them out.
Yeah. I like flying games too. Like I played like Star Fox back in the day. Like those. Even on Fallen Order, they had some flying missions, didn't they?
The only thing I seen that they used was the AT-AT. Huh. You know, when he's marching towards the landing pad. That's the only time I ever seen him really in anything.
Gotcha. Well, yeah. What was that? Battlefront definitely has flight. Even like these newer Battlefront ones, they have some flying missions in there, which I thought were kind of cool.
Yeah, I love Starfighter Assault in Battlefront 2. You know, I got to be rather good at it. You know, I wasn't great, but I was actually getting the hang of things. Um, that and I played the same thing in the first Battlefront. I love the starfighter, flying the starfighter. I want to fly. Ace Combat. I've got Ace. I played all of them, but I own 6 and 7, and I just love getting in the cockpit and flying. It's better than racing to me.
Yeah, it's more of an experience or more of immersive because you kind of really like you have to be really good at the controls on some of the stuff, or like you can't just like in NASCAR games you can bump into something, but if you do it on the game, you're either going to take a lot of your health away or you're just going to straight up die. Right? The ship's going to explode. But yeah, the maneuverability, it makes it pretty exciting. I can only imagine on VR.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome to be able to just turn around and look around like you're in the fucking cockpit. That would be so awesome. Turn around and look and see your R2 unit behind you. That would be so epic. As long as they can make it real enough, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't played much VR. I played a little bit.
Me neither. The Vader that came out, Vader Immortal, I wanted to play that so bad, but my eyesight sucked so bad, and I'm too damn stiff to be able to do anything. But I want to play that shit. It looks awesome. I've seen videos of it.
Yeah, I played some like game that wasn't a Star Wars game, but pretty much it was. You used a lightsaber, and like everything was coming at you. You had to like duck, dodge, or whatever, and you could choose 2 different colored lightsabers and different hilts and stuff. It was fun, but I was so worn out after playing that. And then like you have to stay within a specific like space or whatever, or you just kind of get. Yeah, it was super intense. I played with my buddy. And I was like, gosh, dang, man, this is a workout. But it was fun, though. It was definitely fun. And I don't know what Star Wars don't do a game like that.
All right, Generation Productions. Are you trolling me? Better than pod racing. You know what? I didn't mind that game, but I prefer flying over racing. Because I even play Forza. And I prefer being in a cockpit. I really do. But much. Now, for anybody in the chat, I got one last question to ask you, but for anybody in the chat that's in the group chat, I put the link in there. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome. Are you a book person?
Not really. More of an audio book type person. But I haven't read really any of the Star Wars stuff, but I do want to start reading some of the EU stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not really a book person. I just know bits and pieces from what's going on.
Yeah. Did you hear about the news about that new book coming out? My buddy Chris already got the book, but there's some new book that's like on Amazon's ranking list. That's like number 5 or 6, and it has like it's about Luke Skywalker, Leia, and Darth Vader or something like that, and it has like original pictures or like original, like it looks old school on there, but it's a new book, and it's like killing it on Amazon right now. It just came out.
Huh. Haven't heard of it.
Yeah. No, I was following some Star Wars channels and they were talking about it. And then my buddy Chris ordered it like as soon as possible. He already got it in, but it's he's gonna tell me how it is. But I get it's selling like crazy.
Damn, Dandelion, you're still at work. That's unreal, girl. Wrap that shit up and go home. Damn. Anyway, yeah, I'm not a big book person either, but I love some of the stories, if that makes sense, like the Timothy Zahn series, Heir to the Empire. That would have been a great set of visual books, graphic novel, comic, however you want to do it. That would have been a great series. Hell, I wouldn't mind seeing it in some form of a movie series, like another trilogy. That would have been awesome. Um, you know, oh my God, Shadows of the Empire. Make that movie. You know what I'm saying? That was a killer story in between five and six. That was a killer story. Um, but you know, just one of the things, bro. You know, we can't always get what we want. We just hope that we like what we get.
Yeah.
Damn, and I said that and it made sense. Holy shit. That was a mouthful for me. So yeah. Any other random thoughts about Star Wars that you feel like you wanted to talk about?
Random thoughts about Star Wars. So I definitely like where the Bad Batch is going. They announced so many like stuff. Like, when is the Mandalorian season 3 coming out? That's definitely, I don't know. Like, losing Baby Yoda.
I have no clue because we're getting the Book of Boba Fett first.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
We won't be getting Mandalorian until sometime next year.
I think the Book of Boba Fett will be pretty interesting.
Austinator, what's going on?
How's it going?
Nothing much, guys. Just hanging out. Neck. I don't know why, but my neck's a little sore. I think I may have slept on it wrong. Now that I'm thinking about it.
It happens.
Yeah. Very uncomfortable.
Something that I'll bring up real quick here. I think as far as the newest trilogy, I think Kylo Ren, like, I'll try to talk a little bit more of a positive route with it. You know, the first 10 minutes of The Force Awakens with Kylo Ren when he froze the blaster was awesome, right? It just it set a good tone there. What I wanted to see more from that character was more development from the Knights of Ren, because they did say that they were Jedis or whatever that came with Kylo Ren, Adam Driver, Ben Solo, or whatever you want to call him. So I didn't like how they treated them like minions. I would have liked to see them more interactive in the story. Maybe Rey or Finn actually kill one of them, and maybe I want Rey to go to the dark side, and maybe that would have been triggered Kylo Ren to be maybe I need to get it in the good side or something like that. But I just wanted to see more of them not get treated like villains of the week, and because one of them would have been best friends with Kylo Ren. Just at least one of them would have had a more closer relationship with him, and I would like to see a little bit more the development of Ben Solo's shift to Kylo Ren from the training of the course over time, and it's just kind of Kylo Ren could have been a really cool character. I don't think he's I'm pretty sure he's the most popular character right out of the newest trilogy, I would say. My little nephew just absolutely loves Kylo Ren. He's 7 years old, and he puts on the costume, and then he does the Force choke. And my other nephew dresses up as Darth Vader, but they don't know anything different or whatever. They just like all the glitz and glamour and stuff. But no, I just wanted to see a little bit more from his backstory. I almost feel like they could have a spin-off series of just the development of Ben Solo's shift and his struggle.
Well, hello there, darling.
Hello.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Meow Moira.
And Darius, I see you in the chat, man. What's up, man? Thank you for joining me. Jens Petter, what's going on, man? Thank you for popping in.
Hi, Bone.
Yeah, we're having a Star Wars discussion, Moira.
Oh, fuck.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't know
if you have anything you wish to say,
is it lagging?
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see myself. I am moving much faster than it's showing. This is just nice.
Yeah. That's a connection issue.
Maybe just my shit hates me. Oh, meow to you, Darius. Oh, and meow Bone. Oh, and her dandelion stuff. I'm seeing it.
No. Trust me. If you got any Fortnite going on in the house, you're lagging.
Are you guys playing Fortnite? It could be. It was anime all day, but it could be Fortnite now. Is anybody streaming video games?
Beat Saber. That's the game I was playing. Beat
Oh,
Saber. What Tommy said.
Very laggy, and they said
Yeah, it's really fun. The game Beat Saber. You gotta play it if you ever get the chance.
Oh, maybe sometimes it just doesn't like.
Yeah, I've heard of it. It looks fun, but I'm not necessarily.
I haven't heard of it.
No, I recently played it like a month ago. My buddy, I went over there. Was like, dude, you want to try out my VR? I never played VR before, and I put it on, and like it's like super like it's almost like going to a rave, right? Because the lights are really bright and everything's really colorful, and then you got the sound in your ears, and that's all you can see, right? You're living in that digital world, and then you got like everything like these blocks literally coming in your face, and you have to duck or dodge or whatever, right? So. It was fun, but you're going to be tired after like 20 minutes of that. Like, I was worn out. I was sweating.
Generation Production says, "Hey, Moira."
I know I waved at him, but I don't know if it showed because, like, I don't want to stand here and wave for like 5 or 8 seconds and look like an idiot. But like,
no.
I think
I wouldn't let you do that.
I did say hi. I did wave to you, Generations. I promise I did. My connection is shit right now.
Yeah, you ain't done nothing bad enough for me to send you to Plaid yet, so it's okay.
They've gone Plaid. If they made fun of Star Wars, I probably am a fan.
Well, that's what I was just discussing with Tim here. What did he like? I didn't hear much he really didn't care for, but I was just trying to get a feel of what he liked, and I would like to ask you some of the same questions. I know you're not a fan, Moira, but if you like Star Wars in any way, shape, or form, what drew you to it? What made you like it?
Oh, okay. I can't say what drew me to it. All right, the reason why I watched The Last Jedi and whatever the name of the one that came before that was because so many people on not Facebook, on YouTube were fussing about it so much. I was like, all right, let me go see what the fuss is about. Like, I wouldn't have watched it if they hadn't. They gave that shit free publicity like a motherfucker.
Like, I know.
Like, if I hate something, I'll bitch about it for about a day, and that's about it. But, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, they're doing their thing. It's just, like, if they hadn't known about it or they hadn't talked about it that much, I wouldn't have noticed it. They may have accidentally sent a lot of people to watch that might not have. I'm like, I don't know. I've mentioned this before, and everybody I think has socially and politely pretend I didn't say it, but I'm like Raylo light. Like, I kind of wish he was finally a good guy, and then he died. Like, that's such shit. I wanted to see his character live longer and try to make right the things he did wrong and team up with her. And then maybe she wouldn't have had to lie about her fucking last name. But who can blame her because of it? I mean, I heard that the little mustache man's family, they changed their last name because they were ashamed of what he'd done in World War II. So I can see her trying to, like, not be associated with him. I don't blame her for that, but, like, I don't think she was officially adopted, It's like, that's kind of weird, but I think they could have done better. I really liked it when he turned into a good guy. He has some sass, and I liked it, and I wish he had lived. So I think they could have done that better.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think the Raylos get a really bad name because of the ones that were acting like psychopaths, harassing the movie stars, not knowing the difference between reality and a movie, saying that, oh, he should leave his wife and get with, what's her name?
Daisy Ridley.
Daisy Ridley, thank you. Like, that's how much I care. I'm trying to fucking remember the name, I remember Adam Driver because he's been in other movies. He's been in quite a few movies. And he's very
Moira, you didn't know we had Adam Driver. You didn't know we had Adam Driver with us.
Oh, I see him right here.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not lying. I do see. My internet connection is not that bad.
Jason Lee, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Whisper, you're new to me, but that question's been going around a lot. And if you actually think about it, yeah, that's what it does. It just completely negates Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Which I think is which is stupid. They should have never done that because it
Are you
makes
talking
what.
about Dark Cities?
Yeah.
Is that the
All
one that
right.
has a red and black face?
No,
Oh,
no.
that's Darth Maul. That's Darth Maul.
Sidious was the emperor.
Oh, fuck. It's hard to keep track.
Yes. Hang on a
Red
second, and I'll
was
show
not the
you.
name they deserve. Well, unfortunately, in many cases, whether it's politics, Star Wars fans, sometimes the loudest voices aren't the biggest group, but they are the ones that get seen and heard and make everyone else look bad. Like, I know this being a movie. I wish the characters, like, I wish Ben, I didn't not necessarily Kylo, but Ben, had survived and they've gone off into the galaxy to do good things. Like, I think that would have been fucking awesome. I think that would have been a much better ending. And people's issue is they're like, well, the whole Raylo thing. They're like, oh, well, he was abusive and this and that. I'm like, well, I mean, I didn't want her to hook up with him if he was like beating the shit out of her. No, I'm not condoning that. I think there's a miscommunication somewhere in there. And like I said, people who take movies so fucking seriously, they're willing to actually harass the actors in their real life. They want them to change their real life to fit a movie is insanity.
I know.
So
well, yeah, but also
I'm kind of Raylo. I'm Raylo light, not the full like. I don't care enough to get into it that much. I just think that ending could have been a better choice. That's about as Raylo as I
am. With all the hate of the character Jar Jar Binks, the guy that played him, Ahmed Best, spent years. He's been seeing therapy. He thought about killing himself just because of what everybody was saying about Jar Jar.
Oh my god, that's terrible. I mean, the character is kind of annoying, but I wouldn't have harassed the guy.
A couple of years ago, I don't know if it was last year or not, or in 2019, the last Star Wars celebration it was up in Chicago. Ahmed Best was there. That's the first convention he's come to since the Phantom Menace.
That poor man. See, this is what happens when people take shit too serious.
Exactly.
I mean, his character is annoying, but I would never have made the guy feel bad. Jeez.
No, they were giving that.
Sometimes a job's a job, People need to learn.
They were harassing him, giving him death threats, all that shit because they hated Jar Jar so much.
Are you kidding?
No.
Death threats.
They fucked. Hey, more mentally, they fucked that man up.
That poor man. That's horrid. That's not appropriate for anybody. No.
And when you see him, he looks like the kindest, most gentlest person in the world. They fucked him up.
That's probably why they thought they could do it, because people like someone who looks like an easy target. That's fucking shitty. Over a movie. It's just a movie.
No, over a character.
Oh, okay. A character in a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not my favorite character. Sure, it's kind of annoying, but it's not real life. Did y'all ever see that Saturday Night Live where, and this was probably like in the early 90s, where they had well, I call him Captain Kirk because
William Shatner.
William Shatner, thank you. Again, like I said, this is how seriously I take reality versus make believe.
Right.
So he was a guest starring on there, and I think it was late 80s, early 90s, and they were doing a skit about like a Comic-Con and people acting all wild and they're all excited and they're pretending to make fun of the nerdy people, and it was so funny because like he's like, what's wrong with you guys? It's just a TV show. Like he had just had enough of the Comic-Con shit because and he goes, I mean, what's wrong? I mean, he points at one guy like, what are you, 45? Have you ever even been with a girl? And the guy just kind of puts his head down. He goes, you guys, it's just a TV show. Get a life.
Yeah.
And everybody just looks horrified. And he's like, and that was my impression of the evil. Oh no, he said that either he or like someone who came on to try to stop him from the podium. And that was his impression of the evil Captain Kirk. And they're like, oh, and applauded. But dude, I mean, that's kind of true though. I understand that movies have gotten you through a lot, but those are movies. This is real life. And harassing. I mean, like when they do documentaries of dictators who killed people, do they harass the actors and do death threats to them?
Moira, I don't know if you heard about the guy that played the the U.S. agent in Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He got death threats too. That's Russell. That's a famous actor's son that
Can someone
played.
pull up a picture of him? Because I don't watch.
Yeah, his name's I believe Wyatt Russell. It's Kurt Russell's son.
Yes, he got. Same thing happened to him, and all he was doing is playing a role, and he did an incredible job.
What
We
role
loved
did he play?
it.
I mean, it shouldn't matter, but I'm just curious. Like, what's that?
Well, in the series, he played Captain America, just like the comics or whatever. Like,
the one that was saying that looked like Captain America with extra chromosomes.
Yeah,
they had.
I didn't say he looks like that. I'm saying that's some of the things I've seen.
Oh yeah, they had that whole meme where he looked like the. If
Dollar
anyone's
store
here seen
version of Captain America. I've seen the memes and the posts.
The old guy from Ups or whatever, when he has that like helmet on. Did you see that, Moira?
Oh yeah, that was such a cute little movie. I actually know somebody who lives in a house that looks just like that. Actually. Yes, exactly, Dandelion.
Yes, I agree with her 100%.
Like I would, whatever the equivalent for Raylo would be for like Outlander. Oh my god! But dude, I do not harass the guy who plays Jamie Fraser. I might tag him in something. If he posts, I might put some hearts on something. But I don't harass the man, you know? Just kind of,
right.
I see you, cutie. But that's it. Like, I don't actually harass the motherfucker. And it wouldn't dawn on me to try to intimidate and threaten him to date the dark-haired girl he works with in the show. I mean, for fuck's sake.
Pardon me for a second. Awesome. What the hell?
Yeah.
Dude?
Oh, this is Emperor Palpatine's true face.
Right.
This is the new special edition. This is the Disney special edition of Return of the Jedi. You right.
We got to talk for real.
I've watched more stuff that makes fun of Star Wars than I actually have watched Star Wars. I've watched Family Guy's Blue Harvest probably like 4 or 5 times. Spaceballs, can't even count how often because Mel Brooks is brilliant. So yeah, things that have made fun of it, yes, but not so much Star Wars itself.
Have you seen the Hishi? Have you guys seen Hishi? Like they make fun of how it should have ended Star Wars or like anything that's famous movies.
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
Send me a link to that in my Twitter so I can check that out later.
They are so funny. Like you guys will crack up. Like the funniest things. Yeah, I can do that. But like the funny things are like the Superman, Batman, because like the Batman character is always like, "Cause I'm Batman." You know, they play on that. Because like the funny thing is they're sitting in a cafe, like it's called like Superhero Cafe, and you have Superman and Batman just chilling, and they're talking about these movies or whatever. And then they have like people from like the Emperor coming in there, and they have the Emperor's Lounge where he has like people from like Harry Potter. I can't remember the Harry Potter villain in there. He's there. And they have like Bane and the Joker all just chilling.
There's a few villains in Harry Potter's films. Is it male or female?
It was the male, the dude that looks like an alien, right? The
guy with no nose. That's Voldemort.
Yeah. Voldemort. Yeah, it's
also,
great.
There's a few different bad guys throughout the series.
Yeah, I see. Thank you, Dandelion. I appreciate it. I always strive to be a dweeb. I am forever a dweeb, and I will continue to be a dweeb. However, the one thing I will not be is a weeb. A dweeb and a weeb is 2 completely different things, at least from what I heard.
Hey,
I don't know. My daughter has mentioned weebs, but she's 13, so I think we speak a different language. There's a bit of a language barrier. Like she's and I'm like, what?
I know what a dweeb is. I've never heard the term weeb.
I think it means somebody who's new to something.
Hey,
a weeb is somebody who's overly obsessed with anime.
Oh,
or something like that.
My daughter's mentioned it because Yeah. Oh God! Someone made a joke to her a while back, and her comeback was really embraced her nerdiness. And they said something about her having not having a boyfriend. She goes, "I don't have a boyfriend because anime's not real." And I was like,
Danny,
I was like, "Oh my God!"
What's up,
what's up,
Chase?
brother? How you
What's
doing?
up, Danny?
I ain't making no fuss, bro.
Hello.
Yeah, we talking about Star
What's up,
Wars,
Mara?
man. You got any thoughts on the subject? Not
Uh,
necessarily
I'm gonna
Bad
have to go
Batch, just in
to.
general. The whole IP in general.
definitely needs help. I hope that it will go in the Sith direction more so than the Jedi direction.
Thank you.
Um, don't know if they have the balls to do that, but I would much rather see the backstory and the beginnings of Sith, all that lore,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of see what made them hate the Jedi so much. When did they come into power? Why did they do the dark side? All that good stuff. I really would like to
They
see
can play
Darth
that out so
Bane.
many different ways because they've been good and bad since the beginning of time.
Yeah,
It'd be
I,
interesting to see how that happens.
I think they should go definitely back to the EU. I would do something
100%.
Yep.
like Darth Bane,
Yep.
who came up with the ruler too.
The rule of two.
So I would do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't.
The Sith rule of two. There can only be two: the master and the apprentice.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
It's fine.
Fair enough.
What,
I
It's
mean,
fine.
you don't
I know
want to
you're
have a
not.
whole bunch of
I,
apprentices to start to take
I
care
know
of.
you're
Alright.
not big into it, Maura. So I don't.
No, I
You don't
think
mind
I think for
explaining it.
clarification.
Okay.
Mora, who's your favorite Star Wars character of all time? Like, who's your favorite?
I don't dare say.
You don't dare
Go
say.
ahead. It's
No,
okay.
just go ahead.
He's on the panel.
Is who?
Oh, Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
Yes. That's the
Oh,
only Star Wars action figure I have bought.
I
Oh
thought,
wow.
Kylo Ren.
I
That
thought
was
you,
it.
I thought you were gonna say Jar Jar.
No. I mean, nothing against it. It's just not my thing. But like some of the like, I don't know. Like I don't know. I mean, some of Kylo Ren's behavior was irrational and kind of whoa, reel it back, bro. But some of his like lack of patience with stupid shit, like man, I feel that sometimes. I really do. I sympathize with those parts.
And Elihu, what's going on, man? Hi, y'all. I know you like doing that. Um.
Yes,
So Danny,
R2D2 is not bad.
one of the questions I asked Tim, I'm going to ask you because I know you're a Star Wars fan or not.
Wow, that
He's
is
on his phone. No, he's on his phone.
well. I
Look,
I I figured, but that's still impeccable timing, though. That's just like, damn.
bro, you could have just said no. You didn't want to.
Uh,
Damn.
I'm gonna have to go in like 5 minutes because I didn't realize y'all were letting me on tonight, so I was gonna stream. So I
Okay.
figured I'd swing by and meow at y'all. So I mean, I'm not leaving right this second. I went and checked my window and see how much time I've got, and I could be a couple of minutes late. I doubt I have a long queue waiting. So, but
Bruh, I know you're on your phone, but if you didn't want to answer the question, you didn't just have to up and leave like that.
Oh no, bro, my phone, man. I hate the phone.
Yeah, I
I'm laying
know.
on the bed watching TV. I'm too lazy to get up, go around to the computer room.
Oh, that's
What was,
hey, it's all fine as long as you're comfortable.
what was your question?
Um, Elihu, what's going on?
hi,
No,
Yahoo.
one of the first
Meow.
questions I asked him when we started tonight was, I know you're a Star Wars fan, Danny. So, what brought you into this IP? What made you love it so much?
He came in like a wrecking ball. Love it.
If I'm not mistaken, the first Star Wars came out in '77.
Correct.
I was 7 years old, and a friend of mine in school named Johnny Kelly, and I used to
Okay.
always see him at the Darth Vader notebooks, the Star Wars lunchbox, and
Heck yeah.
just Star
That'd be
Wars
cool.
T-shirts and stuff. And he was just crazy. Like, what is this Star Wars? And he would always talk about it, always talk about it. And so when I finally saw it on TV, I got hooked. I've been a Star Wars fan ever.
My dad was a Star
Yeah.
Wars fan.
I saw what we now know as Episode 4 when I was 4 years old. I was in the back seat of a car at a drive-in, and I'm gonna tell you what, that's movie. This is the only way I know how to describe it. That movie blew a 4-year-old's mind. Okay, I've been hooked ever since that night in the drive-in.
I got a similar fascination with Star Trek too. My dad got me hooked on Star Trek.
Yeah, I
He
came
saw
in about the Next Generation.
felt no, I came in from the original with Kirk and Spock. My dad was a big Spock fan.
My dad was a very flexible, nerdy type. He liked both. He liked Star Wars and Star Trek.
You know, I was 12 years old when I first saw Star Wars episode New Hope and Empire Strikes Back at a theater for the Star Wars 10-year anniversary in '87. It was a double feature: Star Wars, then Empire Strikes Back.
Well, a lot of
That's
people,
the way to do it.
the originals are like if you rank them, but I don't rank the original as my favorite Star Wars movie of all time is Revenge of the-
Episode 3. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You mean Revenge of the
Revenge of the
Sith?
Sith. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Now, Danny, what's your second?
Probably would be Empire.
Okay. Because I know when we did those lists the other night over on Alonzo's channel, I wasn't prepared for that, but I know ours were somewhat similar, and we both had the same 1 and 2.
Yep.
Jace 540.
When I went to saw
Never
Revenge
seen
of
that.
the Sith, um,
I think I've seen it before, but not with the 540, but the Jace and the similar avatar.
Whoever you are, hi. Oh, you can't see my hand. Sorry.
Oh,
Hi.
Come on, Levi. We already know you're high. Give me a break.
Hang on, I got my canvas freezing up.
Yeah, you cool. Yeah, I
There
know.
we go.
You're
There we
gonna
go.
be all right. Austin,
Yeah.
I ain't heard from you, man. What drew you into it?
Oh, well, actually, so when I was a small child, I would go to Ohio for the
So
summer.
about 5 years ago.
Something like that.
Good.
But so what really drew me in was the lightsaber battles because I never got to watch the full movies until much later. But when I was at my grandmother's, in Ohio for the summer, like I watched like the lightsaber battles, and the one that really drew me in, I think, was the one from Empire Strikes Back and Revenge of the Sith with Luke and Vader, and then the Anakin Obi-Wan fight. I think
Right.
both fights like drew me in, and then I actually saw Phantom Menace in a theater when it was re-released in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Like my grandmother took me to see it, and I've owned like the only Star Wars movies I think I own on Blu-ray is the original 6, Force Awakens, and Rogue One. Everything else I just haven't either gotten to or I just don't care at the moment. But
Right.
the other thing that really drew me in, especially, was the video games, because I'm a huge video game junkie,
Right.
and I think like one of the first Star Wars games I played was Force Unleashed and Force Unleashed 2.
Dude, I love that game.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
those
an
are great games.
amazing
Great
game.
games.
I mean,
Yeah.
Star Killer was a great character. You even got to play as Darth Vader for a little bit, and Vader
Dude,
was
yes.
awesome. And actually, most recently, I actually got Force Unleashed 2 again, but I actually got the Ultimate Edition for Force Unleashed, so I was able to play
Yep.
the DLC with Sith Star Killer, and that was awesome.
Yep. Yep.
And it was also the Lego games as well. Like the Lego games just have that
They're-
special little charm to them.
They're
I've
fun.
played
I,
I have played every Star Wars Lego game.
same.
I'm-
Okay, I am stoned because I just remembered that in October of last year, Chris Knight came across episode 3, 4, 5, high def 4K resolution. And he had a little watch party. I wonder if he's going to do it again because I also have all 3 episodes as well. the Ultra K high def. The planet is green, not blue. You can see shadows on Leia's hands when she puts the disc inside R2D2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vader's helmet is total black, not just gray and black.
Got Nindroid in the chat. What's up, my friend? How you doing?
What up, Ninjoid?
And Eli,
Okay,
what got you into it? What drew you to it?
Watching some kids doing a lightsaber battle in school at the playground.
Nice.
I had no idea what the hell that was and what Star Wars was when I saw it at school. I'm like, okay, what they're fighting with these plastic things? Wait, they light up and make sounds? Why? That is cool. What the hell? I was a 10 years old kid. Then I found out about Star Wars. Then I begged my parents to take me to the drive-in theater.
Oh,
Hey, Yvette.
good morning,
Good morning,
Yvette.
Yvette. Good morning, my dear. I hope you had at least some sleep. But yeah.
Yeah, basically kids playing lightsaber battles in the playground at school. That's what got me into Star Wars.
That's fair.
Hang on. I need to
Oh,
find.
goodness.
I need to find somebody. Damn.
I am late for my show. I shall make room for someone else.
I got plenty of room. You ain't got to leave on that account, but
Well, I think so.
I got the paid version. But when I'm done, if you're still streaming, I'll pop in and say hey.
Oh, well, I might, probably. I don't know. We'll see. But it'll be great to have you either way.
What are you talking about?
Well, I didn't necessarily mean on the panel. I was just saying I'd pop in and say hey. Now, if you want me on, I'll come on.
I know, but I was like telling everybody they're welcome.
No. I'm just letting you know. I'm not trying to invite myself. You know, like I'll pop into the chat and say hey. If you want me on, I'll come on.
Yeah, it's good to have you on. I mean,
Yeah,
I'll see how it goes because when I don't have anything planned, like who knows what happens.
She takes naps.
Are you kidding me?
I play a movie.
Cat naps.
I usually let a movie play while I'm doing that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and let this be known so that people don't think I'm freaky when I say it. Moira does do sleep streams. And I'm going to tell you, some nights it's absolutely wonderful to be able to spend the night with this young lady. You know, because I'll just turn it on, let it play, and I'll go to sleep.
Oh my God.
Yeah, occasionally you will hear a.
No, I don't pay attention to when she's sleeping. Yeah, I don't pay attention. I ain't gonna lie about that shit. Because she used to do it on you now, these sleep streams and shit, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I can get into this.
Yeah, I don't have Bob in here right now, so.
Moira, what are you talking about? What's she talking about tonight? What's your topic?
I have no clue. I haven't really picked anything. It seems to work out better when I do that.
Hey, Moira, see if you can't find some of them fucked up commercials.
Oh, that usually takes a little bit of work, but
Japanese commercials.
That shit was hilarious.
It was.
Sometimes when I play a commercial, like they play commercials including trailers for movies, I end up with strikes on me or warning or whatever. And so I can't. And so sometimes, like if I see a movie, I have to fast forward through it. So I'd have to go through like an entire playlist trying to find those to see which ones were kind of okay.
Well,
I mean, I'll consider it, but like since I'm late for it already, I have to be able to have the screen going like this trying to find that shit.
Well, I wasn't planning on going too long tonight. I'm about to hit that hour and a half mark. I'm going to end the show with something that a good friend of mine, I call him my brother, Anzo Hodges, he made for me. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek to the opening of the Bad Batch Roundtable on Sunday. But before I go, Tim, man, tell everybody where they can find you at, man. Talk about yourself a little bit.
All right, so you can find me on Twitter at Kylo_Tim1. Sorry, that's a joke. Bad joke. Yeah. But Kylo_Tim1 on Twitter and on Instagram, and follow me on Tim Possible Official. Moira, I think, needs to go on TikTok. But basically, I ordered some new gear, Kylo gear.
I am on TikTok. I just haven't put up any videos yet. I was hoping to do that tomorrow.
You need to. But the cosplay, anything geekdom is huge. So what I'm doing is shifting all my marketing towards that to bring everyone to my Tim Possible channel. I had some really good news that happened to me today. I've been fighting YouTube for 2 months. They banned my channel for doing a reaction video to a trailer for Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I got it back. And I have 125 subs on that channel or whatever. And so, you know, that's that. So I'm just glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. Thank you, Sith Lord, for having me. Always a pleasure. Moira,
Tim,
everyone else on the show is awesome.
Tim. See the front part of my name?
JJ, aka Sith Lord.
I'm the only one that
Dude,
gets
bro,
to call him Sith
bro.
Lord.
Bro, I'm just JJ. That's all.
Oh, okay, sorry. Well,
Yeah,
you mentioned
no, that's
Sith
cool.
Lord earlier. You mentioned Sith Lord
Yeah.
earlier.
And before I changed my name, it was just Sith Lord 3827, and everybody called me Sith or Sith Lord.
That's what I was known as, and that's what I call him.
Yeah, but
That's
Maura,
my
you know I melt when you say JJ, right?
That was a clue for you to say it.
Okay, JJ.
That should be a part of your.
I'm too high for this shit right now.
Yes.
Your intro. That should be a part of your intro.
He turned off his
JJ.
camera now. Whoa, dude. Thank
I'm
you.
too fucked up. I'm too
I don't
fucked
wanna
up
see
for this
this.
shit right now.
I
Oh,
don't want to see
dang,
this,
man.
man.
Oh,
Eli, you
all
are
right.
just
I'm
a
being rude.
head.
I'm being rude. What's up, bro? How you doing,
Not be
Otto?
rude or blushing.
I'm doing good, man.
More a purd.
You came in at the tail end, man. I was about to show off your beautiful work as a little teaser.
No, it's all good, man. I just seen the link in there. Why is Eli, who just a head?
What
Because
the hell?
Because he's
Herman's
not
show
behind.
ended, he was
Because I'm high on
Mars.
I'm high on Mars right now.
Oh, jeez.
No, seriously, I have my Ninja Turtle shirt on. It's green, so
That was a dumbass. If nobody heard it, I'm hoping not, because it's like, why is it Elihu just ahead? Well, because he's not behind.
Yeah, because I got. Hey, I'm high. I'm
fucking
Mars.
fried, dude. What do you want?
High on Mars, man. So hey.
All right, Austinator. Come on, pimp your shit out, bro, and do it right.
All right. So I'll try to do this as quick and painless as possible.
That's what he said.
Nice.
Oh, technical difficulties.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, shit.
What's going on?
A lot of white noise.
But yeah, I have a channel. 162 subs on the road to 200.
Let's go! Yes.
If anybody hasn't subbed
Awesome.
yet, I do a bunch of stuff over there. Splash Talk on Saturdays. We just read fan fiction. Game streams. We've been playing Spider-Man. And I'm working on a DCEU rewrite. That's in the works. I'm on other people's streams. Like on Sundays now, you can find me on JJ, aka Sith-Lord 3827's channel for the Bad Batch Roundtable, as well as Randomness at its finest. Chris Knight's channel for the weekly wrap up. You can find me Tuesdays on 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser. We just finished up Invincible. Now it's just whatever topics he throws at us. And I'm on Twitter at the Ostinator17. So if you ever want to be updated when I stream, check me out there. And I'm also on Geeks Enjoy Nerd Erotica for Nerdgasm. And
Late night nerdgasm.
and other channels like Ninjoy243, occasionally Big Ford Entertainment. Basically everywhere. I'm like a disease you can't get rid of. I'm like
condoms.
Subscribe to them now, not later. Now.
Yo.
Yep.
Now.
Yeah, everybody.
Use protection, ring that bell.
I got
Now.
both of Tim's. I got Austin's. I got Danny's. I got Anto's. Elihu. Their links are in the chat.
The chopper now.
I'm gonna drop the link for Moira's channel here, so I know she hates feeling left out, but you gotta love this woman, really. She's a great person. Go over, check her out, see what she's got going.
Mario's awesome.
Yeah.
Aww, you're
Meow.
Go check this woman out. Depending on your interests, you may find a little bit of everything because she talks about a little bit of everything. Yeah. Sometimes she's serious as fuck. Sometimes she's funny as hell. Go by and check her out. It's that's the best thing I can say right now.
Actually, right now, but like, I'll get to it when I get to it.
I would like to hear more about your candidacy thing that you got going on. I think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, Miss Governor?
The more I read about it, the more complicated it is. No wonder it's only people with money who get into this. My God. So, like, I have to go, I hope maybe tomorrow, to the Ethics Commission. And they're the ones that, like, try to keep a track on making sure you're not getting money from the wrong kind of people, which is fine. I think you have to pay like $100 membership basically. So I'm like, oh, lovely. Let's just add that to the tab. I got to do that, I think, before June. So I'm like, okay, I got some time. But I'm going to go talk to them in person and take notes because I looked at their website and that's so much word salad. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, yeah. So I am going to, yeah. So, yeah, I got so much shit I do. Oh my God.
I think you can do it. You can do it.
You can do
it. You can do it.
Yes.
I almost got into it with a libertarian on fucking Facebook because like it started out originally as him like it was something I actually believe in. It's about criminal or justice reform. Sorting out jail overcrowding, that whole bit. And I'm like, ooh, that sounds like something I'm gonna go visit. They're gonna have it in front of the get together in front of the county jail, I believe. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's definitely me right there. And because there's a lot of human rights violations going on over there, probably in other places too, but since this one is closer, we hear about it more. And so like we kind of got into it, and I think he was trying to get me to come to the libertarian side, which I don't have a problem with, but you have a statistically better chance if you're Republican to get elected. And then he kind of got a little salty and told me, well, you're not going to run against Stitt and win. And I'm like, yeah, and nobody votes for third parties. And when they do, people complain they waste their vote. So, I'm not going to get scolded by someone who's young enough to be my son. And he looks like he's 20. Anyway, and so he tried to scold me. That the tone
okay.
got lost.
Okay. Real quick, everyone, I call it randomness at its finest. And ladies and gentlemen, you can't get no more random than that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
hey, yeah, I know.
It's a head, I tell you. It's a giant head.
I got a head. Mecha high, mecha hiney ho.
Holy shit.
I knew that Pee Wee Herman shit was going to happen.
I'm Gio's cousin. I'm Gio's cousin, Fox.
Ladies and gentlemen, pardon me for a minute.
Zombie's hands. Zombie has hands.
All right. Pardon me for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Elihu, buckle up.
Now buckle this. Ludicrous speed. Go!
Okay, now we can continue.
Yeah, that was expected.
But no, anyway, Danny, what's up, brother? Pick yourself out a little bit.
Oh, I'm Danny K. Comic Chat. I'm the fourth member of PRC. We have several shows throughout the week. Last night was supposed to have been Chris's show, The Rule of Three, with a side of basketball, but due to other commitments, he couldn't do it. So I think we're going to reschedule that for Friday.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Yeah, not sure what time. But thanks for joining me. And often I join you in the show, man.
I appreciate you always, man. You're always welcome, Danny.
I appreciate it. Just so happened yesterday and today I had no stream, so that doesn't happen that much. So I took advantage of it. We'll try and get to bed before 1. But thanks for having me on the show, bro.
Yeah, man. Always a pleasure, man. I'll see you Sunday.
Yep.
Next, Anzo. What's up, brother? Pimp your shit out. even though you
What's
came
up,
in at the
man?
end of it.
It's all good. You guys know the channel is Bigger Ford Entertainment. Like Donnie said, Friday we'll be doing the rule of 3 with a side of Tabasco. So make sure you check that out. I do the OOC, Chaos List, stuff like that, man. We appreciate it though. Glad I could at least come on in the end and chill with you guys.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate you showing up, man. You know, you too. You're always welcome. Thanks for coming by.
No problem.
Last but not least, Elihu.
The
Pimp your
floating
shit,
head,
bro.
the floating head
Yeah.
guy. Okay. I can be found everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Like on Anzo's Chaos Central, which I missed out because I was doing Battle Mike's Jeff Nerdy Star Wars special, which I lost. Michael T is the champion.
Fucking,
by the
so
way.
did I too. What are you bitching
I
at?
know,
I lost.
I know, dude. We both lost.
How does it feel to be the first loser? I don't know. Ask me. It sucks.
Yeah.
And I can
I
also
talk
be
mad
go
shit.
ahead. Yeah.
No, I talk mad shit for that, man. And I just like, really? I lost to
You
Chris.
gotta be careful about talking shit.
Hey, I didn't end up in a minus this time. Okay, I ended up in a positive, not the negative. It's like positive 30.
Look, I started the game with a negative, man. The first question I got wrong. Oh my god. Fuck.
Well, I
This is
know
gonna
there
be
was
hard.
Yeah, there was one question I knew I was right. I even looked up. I was correct. Leia did say the line in The Force Awakens, but that's here and set there. But still, like I said, I'm found everywhere, nowhere at the same time. I can be found on Twitter, randomly here. The Weekly Rumble next Thursday, if Chris does not have to work a double shift again, because the Weekly Rumble is back. Yes, I'm 6-time consecutive loser. I'm going to be a winner one of these days.
God almighty. You know, he sounds so fucking proud of that.
Yeah, I know. Hey. And I also have a science show called What's Up with the Universe, where I talk astrophysics, astronomy, science. You know, like magic, but real. So if you want to know about science, astronomy, planets, solar systems, black holes, nebulars.
Yes. Hey, Elihu, I got one thing to tell you, man. Don't trip out too bad on me, okay? You know, rockets aren't rockets.
Oh, please, not this again.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not this again.
Sorry. That's why I said it, man, because that was like fucking bullshit.
Oh my gosh.
It was. Alonzo, if you weren't there, that was some bullshit, man. I'm talking about for real hair splitting.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, with that being said, ladies, yes, sir.
I got a thought-provoking idea before we leave. So basically, in a nutshell, if I moved forward with Star Wars, what I would do is go with the Outer Rim, have a Jedi that gets lost in time, and integrate him with the futuristic story. I would have him be like bitter at first because his troop left him because of the military aspect. You have to leave him behind, and he finds his way. So it would be like nothing related to Luke Skywalker, nothing related. You get rid of that, like 100 years or 200 years in the future, and he time travels back to the past to the like the old Sith Lord things, and alters like reality, and helps with
you mean what they came up with in the Clone Wars, the world between worlds?
Something like that, but something different, man. Like where the character, like what we were talking about earlier, like where you see, like when you're Sith and you start enjoying your eyes starting to change a little bit yellow. You see a little blinker in his eyes, but then he has redeeming moments. He's struggling with himself as a person, right? So I'll leave you. I just want to leave it at this, like thought provoking. What do you want to do with Star Wars, and what does everyone else want to do? So
what I want from it, to me, I want to go in the past. Like I said, I want the beginning. You know, how the Jedi started, how the Sith became who they were. I want to see that story because it's something we've read about, we've seen in somewhat of a game, sort of, kind of. You know, let's watch it from the beginning, man.
It's a Star Wars universe.
Yes. Yeah. You know, you ain't got nothing to do with the Skywalker blood. Ain't got nothing to do with anything. It's how the things got started to where we know it.
Well, my
concept
would
be a Star Wars story. Just call the movie a Star Wars story. That's it.
Well, think about the warp speed. When they go into warp speed, maybe it was something that they're on a mission and he was a particular shit. He was only in survival, but they do warp speed a lot, right? And maybe he went through a black hole on accidentally. Maybe the corrections, there was a fault into the system and he ended up in a black hole. So it put him through a different universe. And he felt bitter. It's like, why did this happen to me? I was such a great guy. I was doing all this. I did everything like the books, and no one's coming after me. Right. And then maybe the first, several years, he's just like by himself, and then things start to progress. So just like a whole new like concept. Don't shrink the universe, and not everyone has to be related to anyone.
Exactly.
Just do something new, and that's what I want.
Create new characters out of the blue. Make them original. Try to keep I know it ain't going to happen, but try to keep the wokeness out of it. But
what it does is
tell a story.
You don't depower none of the OG characters, because I feel like one of the bad things, like what Disney does or Star Wars is doing, they like even to Boba Fett, they kind of depower the other characters, like the OG characters, to bring in new characters, which I think is a huge mistake, because it's like, why do I even care about this new character, even though this other character that's new? I mean, why do I care about the OG character that got depowered down for the new character to get introduced? That, like with Boba Fett, the whole fighting scene with that one chick or whatever. I didn't like that scene. And I was like, all right, this is Boba Fett. He's royalty. So for this new character, unknown character to, kind of one-up him, it ultimately tarnished for me his brand. I'm still gonna watch the series, of course, but like stuff like that. Like when you move so far in the future or in the past, you don't have to like ruin OG characters, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bone. Have a good night, dude. I greatly appreciate it, man. You humbled me by doing that. Thanks for coming by as always, man. You're a great supporter. All right, guys. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and close this thing out. I want to thank everybody in the chat for showing up. You guys mean a lot to me. I want to thank everybody that came on the panel. Tim, once again, thank you for coming and talking to me. Maybe we can do it again soon, if you wish.
100%. I loved it, man. Thanks for having me on. Love Star Wars.
Everybody else, Austinator, Elihu, Danny, Anzo, I appreciate you guys popping in.
No problem.
And with that being said, I said I was going to give a sneak peek to what you guys are going to see Sunday. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Bad Batch Roundtable.